Hello, my name is Shirley Self, and I'm here to talk astrology. And today I wanted to introduce you to Moon Phase 17 when Johnny Depp, he's been in the news lately, having relationship problems. So he's a Moon Phase 17. And let me introduce you to his chart. He's 12 Leo rising. Here in the first house, he's got, well, the first and second, he's got this stellium with Uranus, Mars, and Pluto. Here he's got, here on the IC, he's got Neptune, 13 Scorpio. You got Moon over here in the 6th house at 14, and it's got the South Node right there, 21 Capricorn. Here in the 7th house, we've got Saturn, 23 Aquarius, retrograde. Chiron and the Fortuna are there in the 8th house. Jupiter is at 14 Aries here in the 9th. Venus and Mercury are conjunct in the 10th. Sun in the 11th and at 18 Gemini. And the North Node over here at 21 Cancer. He was born on 9th of June in 1963 at 8:44 a.m. in Owensboro, Kentucky. So there's Johnny Depp. This exceedingly talented young actor is a Moon Phase 17, and as is Clarence Thomas, a video I did previously. This guy, immediately you see this toxic, heavy-duty Uranus, Mars, Pluto conjunction in Virgo. Now, this happened in the mid-60s, this terrible conjunction that had Mars in the middle of it. I have a friend, a dear friend, who's got this very conjunction over here in the 6th house. And what that means is, well, this woman is a hands-on healer par excellence. It also means that she's virtually allergic to the world. Feels like the world is attacking her. And especially because it's 6th house, animal dander is a very danger to her. So anyway, Johnny Depp's got this potent Virgo conjunction over here in the 1st house, and it is the Pluto here is square the Sun. It's a wide square, but it's the Sun deserves it. The Sun takes up a lot of space, and this Pluto Sun square, you get an issue with Sun and Pluto, and you've got power struggles, major power struggles. And we've got here the Moon is square Jupiter, and that is a lot of pride, extravagance, and possibly trouble with the liver. The Moon is here in the 6th house of health. This Mars here in Virgo makes him impatient, headstrong. Because it's got the Uranus there, it's unpredictable. Because it's got the Pluto there, it's explosive. He's an assertive, independent fuss budget. That's a problem with Mars in Virgo. It tends to miss the forest by counting the trees. It's just, a fuss budget. It's a good way to put it. And this is in excellent condition with his midheaven. So this has worked really well for Johnny Depp. This uncompromising attention to detail that he's got going for him here. He's got a problem here because the Sun is squaring this, this is a trine. This Sun has got the trine. It's the Venus and the Mercury that is square to the Saturn. The trine to the sun means that he's got a certain amount of discipline, as long as you let him do what he wants to do. He does not take criticism or direction from other people well at all. He's a maverick. Look at that Chiron, which is powerfully as aspected to everything, virtually everything in the chart. This Venus Saturn means that he has trouble with relationship. It's really hard for him to get what he wants, and the Mercury Saturn gives him a certain amount of depression and difficulties with relatives. Now this is a moon phase 17, and the issue with 17 is that just when they get settled, you know, let's look at a 17. They're real interesting, incredibly creative people. What happens is, okay, here we've got the perfect person. Spent all of this time building this unique, perfect individual. And at moon phase 16, this perfect individual attempts to make a perfect life in spite of the fact that the world is against him at every turn. Him or her. At 17, there is still an urge to make a perfect world. But every time that perfect world gets settled, it blows, it moves, things change. And he's up here in the rectangle of loss. And, well, I don't know Johnny Depp's history. You can look at this Neptune here, down here on the in the 4th house, and this is a difficult childhood, one way or another. It's a difficult childhood. It's got an inconjunct to the Jupiter, and a square to the ascendant, and so he has endured a lot of losses in his life, and that's at moon phase 17. Creativity is supposed to pour forth because of the challenge of losses. The challenge of everything changing is supposed to make them more creative. And it probably does for Johnny Depp. Notice that it isn't these are fixed angles. It isn't the world that's changing on Johnny Depp. It's Johnny Depp that's changing on the world. And he wants the world to keep up. And I'm not sure the world can. Certainly a relationship that he's in is going to have difficulties keeping up with his changeable nature. His ascendant is ruled by this sun in Gemini, and so changeable nature is it for Johnny Depp. The real interesting thing he's got going in this chart is his Chiron. This Chiron's really important. It's conjunct Fortuna up here in the 8th house. Now, the thing about Fortuna is that it helps wherever it is. It helps that the action wherever it is. But when you put it in the 12th or the 6th or the 8th, it helps the action. Here it helps him get betrayed over and over, or here it would help him to get sick, or here it would help him to be isolated for some reason, or persecuted for some reason. So Fortuna in these houses, because they are difficult houses, just tend to make the difficulties even more difficult. So we've got Chiron here, and it's aspected to the Sun, and to the Pluto, and to the Neptune, and to the Moon. This is a very active Chiron. And he's in the 8th house, in Pisces. The Chiron, is the wound that is supposed to be the door into your own hero's journey. And this wound is to intimacy. That's the 8th house, is intimacy. And so this Chiron is a wound to intimacy. It is square the sun. And that means he's constantly thrown off balance. The world changes, he changes. He wants to change the world, but he is constantly off balance. The mutability of a sun in Gemini, the mutability of a Chiron in Pisces, it just, life does not offer him stability at all. He's got a Chiron sextile to the moon. Anytime you get the Chiron moon connection, you've got perception of the weakness and strength of other people. You can kind of feel into their nature, and it's a real advantage. He's got this trying to Neptune, and that makes him a dreamer, and very creative, because this is important to a moon phase 17, that they be able to pull creativity right out of their gut, and he can do it. It's a beautiful trine that he's got going for him there. It's opposition to Pluto there. Now that's not so healthy. It's a real inner hostility. It comes from his childhood, and it's kind of a menacing. It gives him a kind of a menacing aura. I think Jack Nicholson has this same Chiron-Pluto opposition. Gives him a little dangerous aura there. And then he's got the Chiron. Is got a 165 degrees to this Uranus Mars, and that's a do your own thing. It's a killer instinct, and it's I call it the snapping turtle aspect, because they get it in their teeth and they will not go, and will not let go, and that can be difficult in relationship, because he's right. He's right no matter what. And he's got the Pluto there making him slightly dangerous, and Mars, Uranus over here in that 165 degree aspect. That means that he won't let it go. He's criticizing whoever's over here. Notice that the Uranus and is a semi-ruler of the Saturn there, although Saturn is in its glory. Saturn is powerful there. And Venus is in its home, Taurus. So this is he's got a lot going for him, but it's very difficult. And I think it's this that is so very difficult, and this is hard. Dealing with the fact that you never quite get what you want, or you have to wait for it forever until you're decided you don't want it anymore, and depression and pessimism that comes with a Mercury Saturn square. It's hard for him to take. I did his progressions, and they're kind of interesting. I mean, look at them a minute. The progressed Sun and Venus are right here. So it brings the horizon to the forefront here. His ascendant and midheaven in the progressions are in the 29th degree of Virgo and Gemini, which gives a crisis feeling to his world, to his life. It's just on the verge of something, and an issue that he has to deal with that is very uncomfortable for him. So I hope this doesn't ruin his career, because I don't think he deserves that to happen to him. But I also think he's not a very it wouldn't be a very easy person to live with, and I really sympathize with the woman that tried. Anyway, there's Johnny Depp, Moonface 17. I wish him well. And what an interesting Chiron he's got. This guy, as he pursues film, he's on his hero's journey. Anyway, I hope you're all well. And I'm well and not going much of anywhere or having much fun. But I'm functioning, and it's summer. Life is good. It's summertime. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Tell the people you love that you love them. It's really important now that love be passed around. This country is so lacking in it. And it's our North Node, Leo. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.